Attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar. Ron here at Ablesys. We'll go over the charts and take a look at the signals, and I'll show you what we're looking for on the charts. In other words, what the low risk trades are for those of you who already have the software, and we'll take a look at exactly what we're looking for. The beginning of the trades and the sweet spots, and what's really helpful are the no trade zones. Choppy day intraday today. And we'll take a look at that too, because that's what real trading is about. For those who do have the software now, and who like to do a little faster trading, more of a scalping type, as you might know, I've been recommending Abletrend 3 on the 1 minute, 3 minute guidance charts. We always use the guidance charts, which is the two time frames combined together. That's what gives us such a big advantage, why it works so well. And if you like to do a little faster trading, you just use, you're not the type who stays in the trades and picks up the longer trends, then you use Abletrend 3 instead of the normal, which is Abletrend 2. But let's just jump in and we'll get into that in a second. So, got a daily, weekly stock chart, because not everybody, likes or wants to be in front of the computer all day and day trade, which makes perfect sense. So this is a NEWR, a beautiful triple confirmation buy signal right there. And regardless of really what we're looking at, we can pull any chart up. It's almost meaningless what chart we're looking at, because they're all going to have the same buys and sell signals. As far as I just want to show you how to read the chart. Clearly, they're going to be all in different positions. But the point I'm making is I just want to show you how to read the chart, because if you can read one chart, because everybody around the world likes to trade something different and different time frames. So I just put up the charts that people ask me to, the most popular ones, but it doesn't matter because it's all the same signal. I mean, it's all the same rules and guidelines that we go by to interpret the chart where the low risk Abletrend trades are. And that's what's so important, is just to be able to recognize these low risk trades. Okay, let me see. Can't see the charts. There we go. I think that might correct it. Okay, so a little glitch there, but I think I corrected it. Okay, good. So I didn't really I didn't really talk about any of the charts yet anyhow, so that's a good thing. All right, thanks everyone in the room. So we're just looking for low risk trades. There's your triple confirmation trade right there. If you missed that, you got a perfect. Let me zoom in closer. You got a perfect sweet spot right there. You got another one right there. Sweet spots are pullbacks back down to the blue support point, and then the bars go from green back to blue again for a buy signal. We got some more sweet spots here, here. Now, the key is to try and get in over here, of course, at the beginning of the trade, because that's your lowest risk. You're getting in at a lower price, obviously. This was just a nice long trend here, and a stop out right here, because the stops go on the second small blue dot under the price, the second lower small blue dot under the price. And then obviously this one went up very nicely. That was a big winner, and we exited the trade there. Now, a lot of people say, oh, is this a sell signal? No. So wait a minute, there's no blue dot below. Can I go short there? No, there's a blue dot within 5 days to the left. This is a daily, weekly chart. So these weekly dots obviously come in once per week. They're weekly dots. So the point is you got to wait 5 bars after the weekly big dot comes in. Well, very simply, the dot is good for 5 bars into the future. Okay, so here's where we would take the trade, and we lost 3 points on that trade because we were out right here. So after a huge gain, we gave back 3 points, which is fine because they are going to be losing trades. I mean, I can guarantee you that there's no perfect system, nor is this, or anywhere close to that. I be real fair about that. That's for sure. Okay, then we had a really nice, beautiful signal right here about 2 weeks ago. Blue bar, blue dot, triple confirmation. What's most important? No red dot above. This red dot is here, but that was over 7 or 8 days ago. So we're clear there is no red dot going to show up. And in fact, a blue dot does. Now, a lot of people say, what's this blue dot here? when you get the big blue weekly dot on Able Trend 3, when you use Able Trend 3, even for those of you who use Able Trend 3 on your higher time frame for the intraday, you just get a double dot. That's all it is. That's all it means. When you get that first big dot, like here on the weekly chart, you get a blue dot below, meaning there's support below. You just get another one up here that just to grab your attention that there's a blue dot. And then this one worked out real nice, especially if you're an option trader. You're in at 77, I'll call it 78, and it's 98 today. That's a really good one there. Yeah, it's $20 a share, about 25% in 2 weeks using Able Trend signal. Now you got a call option on that one. You know, that's some really big money there. And this would have been in the weekly and the daily win ticker report. The win ticker report for you stock traders who don't day trade and do more longer term swing in position. The win ticker report gives you all the new buy and all the new sell signals every day. About 2 hours after the market closes, you put all the new buy signals. But that's only on a daily chart. So just because it's on the list, you don't just blindly buy it. Just put it in this, like this is a daily weekly template that I use. Let's say you got 5 or 10 of them. You just type in the 5 or 10, and if there's any red dots above, obviously no trade zone. No trade zone is very clearly, we never go short if there's a blue dot below. We never buy if there's a red dot above, because the blue and red dot, the big dots, are the higher time frame. So what is that telling us? It's telling us that there's some hidden support or resistance in our way, blocking our path. So we're not going to take that trade. We don't recommend you take that trade. Able Trend is only about low risk trades. It's got to be low risk, or we move on to something else. Now, the no trade zones really help us to keep out of trouble on a really ugly, choppy market like that, like the 1 minute NQ, which has been a really big winner actually this year, even on the whole year, but especially lately, the past couple of weeks, the NQ 1 minute, 3 minute has been terrific. However, I mean, really good. However, not so good today. That's why I want to purposely show that chart. Don't like to, it's all about real trading here, and we want to show the winners and the losers too. Got to be fair about it. That's what it's all about. That's why we have a lot of credibility. So let's take a look. No trade zone here when the market clearly just first opens. And yeah, you can use 3 minute, 9 minute, perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with using 3 minute, 9 minute either. We just been saying that the 1 minute, 3 minute has been a little bit better because of the increased volatility in the market this year versus last year, where the 3-9 was much better. This year, we've been definitely, the entire year for the past 6 months now, have been, recommending the 1-3 just because it's been a little faster. And most everybody that I talk to is wanting to get in and out more quickly. Just seems like more people today, or at least this year, want to be more of a scalper. And that you can, Able Trend doesn't care. We don't tell anybody what to do, what style. Works just as well for 3-9, 1-3, anything. All I'm saying is the 1-3 just be getting in now a little quicker because the volatility has been really working well. This is a futures trade market right here, David. That's what most of our clients use, is they day trade the futures market. Doesn't mean that's, Able Trend works better for that, because quite frankly, it works exactly the same, equally well for stocks, futures, and Forex, equally well for short-term, scalping, swing trading, and long-term. It really doesn't have any edge over one thing. It doesn't favor anything. But I've got to say, most of our clients who use Able Trend and, use it every day, I mean, this is their business, use Able Trend for day trading futures, NQ, ES, CL, GC, currencies, whatever you like. Omar's asking, do I only use the hot stocks list for shorter term 3-9 trades? The hot stocks list is strictly for daily, weekly. Anything in WinTick is strictly for long-term trading, daily and weekly charts. WinTick has nothing to do with day trading. Nothing. We don't use WinTick at all for day trading. There's no guidance chart, and it's not real time. So we do not recommend WinTick at all for day trading. WinTick is strictly for long-term stock trades. Otherwise, WinTick wouldn't be for you. If you do long-term stock trading, yeah, the hot stock list, today's buy-sell signals for tomorrow's trading, excellent lists to finding long-term, longer-term stock trades. That's what WinTick is very good for. So with the no trade zone right there, we really wouldn't get into it till about here. Make a little bit of money because we're stopped out there. Okay, another no trade zone here. Good thing, because again, it was really choppy. Look at all these no trade zones, actually. I mean, these no trade zones saved us money, especially this one here, saves us money. We don't get into these trades. What the software is telling us over here is the market's going to go sideways. There's able trend resistance above. There's able trend support below. You've got red dots above. That blocks the price from going higher. You've got blue dots below. Well, that blocks the price from going lower. So what do? You do nothing. It's a no trade zone. That's why able trend, exclusive to able trend only, we've got these no trade zones, which keep us out of trouble, keep our losses small. Again, definitely going to be losing trades, but nobody's going to get beat up because we have stop losses in place and we avoid the potential of a choppy market before it starts, not after the fact and we already lost our money. This would be losing trade right here. Oh, again, only a couple points, but I got a point. We point that out. We're not, stop out right here. We don't cherry pick. We should just tell it like it is. You got a really nice sweet spot right there. Again, lost a couple of points on that trade, 2 or 3 points, because we'd be out on the blue bar, blue dot. Here's the super trade, and here's the key with able trade. You've got to stay in these trades and pick up these big winners. If you're the type that just gets in and out on a point or two, well, now you've got to have more than 50% winners and losers to make a profit. And usually able trend is. However, I get people tell me all the time, and obviously I watch the charts literally all day long, every single day for 14 years. Able trend some days are 40%, or some weeks are 40% winners, 4 out of 10 only. You go, oh, that was a losing week, right? No, it was a winning week. You say, how could that be? Because the winning trades are so much bigger than the losing trades. Here's a perfect example. Today, I didn't count up the trades. We'll do that now. There was a bunch of trades here. And probably it was 50-50 or maybe even a little less. Yet we come out positive on the day. How is that? Because we didn't just get out when we made 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 points. We pick up the whole trade. We get out when the software tells us to get out. When we either get stopped out or we get an opposite colored bar. And no other time do we get out. Now, if you're trading multiple contracts, great places when you hit the bands. Absolutely great to scale out when you hit the bands. That works terrific. But, I mean, you got a big-time winner over here. This is a 30-point winner. 35, actually. Well, I'll just call it 30 because you're not going to nail these perfect. You're not going to get in it, at the second the trade comes in. And so I always take off for the winning trades and exaggerate the losses, which is completely opposite of what everybody else does. Everybody tries to fool you and exaggerate the gains and minimize the losses. I don't play that. I do the reverse because that's more realistic. That's a 35, and I'm going to call it 30-point winner. Boy, that cleans up a lot of 5-point losses. You can have one winner and 5-point losers, and you still break even on the day. Can you imagine that? 1 out of 6, and you still win? Or you still don't lose? That's what able trend is about. It's about picking up the long trends. Try and stay in. I know it's tough, but try and pick up those 10, 20, 30-point winning trades. Otherwise, you've got to win 60% just to make a little bit of money. Some days it's just not possible. Some days it's really choppy and sideways and up and down and very erratic. And nobody can control that. But what we can control is our losses. Keep the losses small. Let the winners run. Obvious no trade zone here. There's a perfect triple confirmation signal right there. It's not a break-even trade because we're stopped out there. Another no trade zone here. Got a losing trade here. Get back about 4 points. I call it 5. Get back about 5. Remember, we had 30 points on this trade. Lost about 5 points twice before that. It was only 3. I'm going to call it 5. So we were minus 10. The key is we picked up 30. And there's where the key comes in. You've got to catch those big trends. I know they're tough, but if you can have the patience to stay in the trade, manage it by, keep moving your stop losses up as the dots go higher, always lagging, one extra level below the price, always two lower rows of blue dots, second lower row. Okay, another no trade zone here. Short signal here, which is about a break even. Another no trade zone here, no trade zone there. I mean, look how it kept us out of all of this mess, because it was a choppy mess here today. The prices here are way too far from the red dots. We use an 8, some people use a 10-point rule. So we're not going to even, we avoided this whole thing, this whole trade here because of how far the distance was. And then here's where we would have entered the trade right there, where we had triple confirmation, and we pick up about 10 points going into the close. So the whole key is to try and stay in the trades. And I know sometimes it's like, you hate when you have a profit and then it turns around and it goes against you. But that's the hard part. Believe me, I know it's the mental part. But you got to try and catch those big trends that Able Trend gives. It always gives a couple big trends a day. I mean, most always you're going to get a couple big trades. And a lot of people tell me, I get out too soon. And believe me, I know. Well, I know exactly the feeling. Get out a little too soon. But the whole key is try and stay in and grab. Especially if you trade a one contract, you can always take one off if you make a couple of points, just to kind of have that good feeling of winning a little bit. Now, and then let the second one run. If you just trade one, that's perfectly fine. You just got to try and pick up those big trends, because you get a lot of choppy, sideways days where the market's very erratic, and there's going to be, 4 or 5 losing trades on that day. They'll be, they might not be big, they'll be small, but there's going to be plenty of those. So you need to catch that big one. Like a day like today, we had like 2 really big winning trades. We had like about 6 or 7, losing trades. They were smaller, and we still made a couple points at the end of the day because of those big, trends. Now, if that's not your style, you just can't stay in those longer trends, then you've got to use Able Trend 3 instead of Able Trend 2. That will get you in and out more quickly. You'll have more winners, but you'll also have more losers, because you'll have less no trade zones. You'll have less no trade zones. You'll be taking most of these trades right off the bat. Not all, there'll still be some, which is good. But if you use Able Trend 3, you get in and out a little bit more quickly. That's strictly up to you what style you go. If you're a scalper, you're the guy, I just like to make a couple points, in and out, fine. Able Trend will work fine for that. But you use Able Trend 3 on the higher time frame instead of Able Trend 2. That's all you have to do, a little minor adjustment. But you will get a different chart. We use Able Trend 2. It's a little more conservative, more no trade zones. We always err on the, low risk, more conservative side. But when we do a one-on-one trading session, for anybody who has the trial now, you will not get your money's worth unless you do a one-on-one trading session. That I can tell you. As much as you might want to do it on your own, you will get a lot more out of a one-on-one trading session. And I'm willing to do that any time, any day or time anybody wants to who has a 1-month trial, because I want everybody to get their money's worth out of the trial. Now, you already bought it. There's nothing to sell. You already have the trial. I just want to show you the best way to use it so you get your money's worth out of it. I want everybody to do good every day. I want everybody to win every day. We're in this together. It's a win-win for everybody when you do. You lose, we lose. So that's why I always try so hard to analyze the charts and come up with the best, what's working, what's not, and to be consistent and do these webinars twice a week just to help everybody. Plus, it's always better just to give a quick call. I mean, I'm always at my desk. I'll gladly help you every way I can, especially anybody on a new trial, because I know I get something new. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, if somebody's going to offer their help to me, boy, I'd jump on that all day long, especially when there's money involved with trading. So always glad to help. Just let me know how, what I can do to help. Just follow the rules, keep it simple. Just a couple simple rules is all we use. Try and lean on the software as much as you can. It doesn't have any emotion. That's why it does so well. That's why if you back test or anything or look forward, it's fantastic. Why? It has no emotion. You and I, we have emotion, and that gets in the way. Just normal human nature. So the more you can lean on it and follow it and trust it and and follow the signals. Now, you're not going to grab it perfect. You're not going to grab every, up or down perfect. The chart might have said, oh, I would have won, 20 points, but I made, 10 or 15. Fine. I mean, the point is you're not going to nail it perfect because, it takes a few seconds to make the trade, and, you might have walked away or something at the wrong time. I mean, it's just, things like that are going to happen. So use it as much as you can. Let me know how I can help. Hope that this was helpful for you. Everybody who does have the trial, you're welcome to the advanced webinar, which at the same time on Thursday, and always glad to help. Ken says, Ron, daily, weekly charts is Able Trend 2? No, never. Ken, always Able Trend 3 on the daily weeklies. Always. Why? Remember, Able Trend 3 is a much faster indicator than Able Trend 2. So on the weekly chart, remember there's 5 trading days in a week. Notice all our charts are always 1 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute, 9 minute, 1 hour, 3 hour, 30 minute, 90. It's always a 3-to-1 ratio. That's what works the best, or at least what we like the best. But there's 5 trading days in a week because there's 5 days in a week. Nothing you can do about that. There's no such thing as a 3-day chart. So we use Able Trend 3 instead of Able Trend 2. That makes up for it. So always Able Trend 3 on the weekly or monthly charts, if you're looking at even weekly, monthly. If you're doing scalping fast, fast in and out trading, 1 minute, 3 minute is excellent. And just simply put the Able Trend 3 on the 3-minute chart. I mean, it's real simple to do. Real easy stuff. Okay, I was going to call it a session, but one last one comes in. Actually, 2 questions. David, how do you add different time frames? Well, that's real easy, David. You click on the symbol button here, and you just change the time frame right in here. Every time you make a change, just click Format. Like, for example, here, whoops. Got a 3 minute. Let's say you want to make, a 1 minute here. If you wanted to make it a 30 minute, change it to 30, click Format. This is a 3 minute, make it a 90 minute. Click Format. Click Add, you're done. Simple as that. That's a 30 minute, 90 minute chart for somebody who likes to do, longer term trading on futures. Wow, really nice signal here. I don't rarely look at this. Really nice sell signal here that actually came in yesterday. And down it went. And then an obvious no trade zone right in here. You've got red dots above and blue dots below. Real good day on the Euro 3.9. Real good day on the Euro charts because of the big overnight move. Fantastic overnight move. But Forex is tough to trade in the U.S. because you have to be up during the day. You have to be up at night. And more than likely sleep in the day because 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time you have to be at your computer if you're a Forex trader because that's when all the action starts when the European session opens up. Let me take a look. One quick last look from Isaiah wants a 3.9 JP Morgan chart. You just got a stock template 3.9 chart right here. JPM. All I do is start typing. This box pops up, and I click 1 frame. That's how you change the chart. That's it. Okay. Well, how'd you do that? All I did was start typing. Nothing else. Just start typing, and I clicked 1 frame. As soon as I started typing, that box popped up. So let me take a look at this chart for my friend Isaiah here. Not at the beginning, Isaiah. Yes, everything is lined up, triple confirmation, but we don't want to start the trade. We never want to short it on the bottom band the same way we don't want to buy it on the upper band. But you got a perfect triple confirmation straight right there. Red bar, red 3 minute, red 9 minute. A couple of minutes after the market opened, boy, Able Trend is screaming at me and you and everyone else to short or buy puts on JP Morgan. Wow, that was a big time winner there. That was a $3 winner. It just kept going. Look, every time it went up to the red dots, it would bounce off of it and go back down again. Hit the red dots again here, bounced off and it went down. Wow, that's a really super accurate trade right there. But remember, the red dots mean stay short, you're safe. Blue dots mean stay long, you're safe. And you had nothing but red dot, red 3 minute, red 9 minute, red bars. Wow, triple confirmation to the downside. That was a nice one. No trade zone here. Another short signal right here, or buy puts if you do options. Again, triple confirmation, Able Trend's telling us it's going lower. And that's exactly what it did until we got out over here, picked up another 40, 30, 40 cents. Again, right there. Nothing but red, a sea of red all the way down. Stay short. You've got these little red dots to protect our money and block it from going higher. No trade zone here, and actually here would have been the trade, but that's the end of the day. That's a couple of minutes before the day ends, so you'd be out. Really cool stuff. Good job. Thanks everyone for being here. I'm always glad to help. Anything I can do for you, just call me directly and I'll help you every way I can.